Our anime begins with the protagonist waking up in a strange, dark place. Suddenly, he sees lines forming around him. Turns out he is inside an egg, and the egg is beginning to hatch. When the egg finally hatches, a screen pops up, and a voice speaks, telling him that his status screen has been opened. The voice explains that the status screen shows a list of his abilities. Turns out this voice is called the voice of God, and it is one of his skills. As he quarrels with the voice of God, he suddenly falls from a tree and unlocks a new skill called falling resistance. He then begins to roll, eventually stopping in front of a lake. Looking at his reflection in the water, he realizes that he is still trapped inside an egg. The scene shifts to the voice of God explaining that a dragon egg is an F-rank monster, extremely weak. If the egg breaks, the dragon dies. All he can do is roll around, and worse, he is considered a delicacy to many monsters. As he rolls around, lost in thought, he suddenly encounters a monster called a Dark Wyrm, whose title is Egg Eater. The monster notices him and immediately attacks. Panicking, he rolls for his life. He leads the monster to a cliff. As the Dark Wyrm tries to eat him, he jumps out of the way and pushes the monster off the cliff, killing it instantly. He gains buffs and levels up rapidly, eventually reaching the maximum level and unlocking the requirements to evolve. He is given two choices: evolve into a baby dragon or a little dragon. Then, he hears a mysterious voice telling him that he must become stronger and not disappoint them. He chooses to evolve into a baby dragon because it has greater potential and multiple evolution paths, making it the better option. After evolving, he gains new skills and increased stats. Suddenly, his stomach begins to rumble from hunger. He decides to eat the monster he killed. The scene shifts to the next day. As he sits near a river, deep in thought, he is suddenly surrounded by multiple caterpillar monsters. He slays them all with his claws, gaining experience points and new skills, leveling up in the process. After the battle, his stomach growls again. Not wanting to eat the monsters because they taste terrible, he eats some nearby mushrooms instead. Unfortunately, the mushrooms taste even worse. However, he gains a new skill called poison resistance. The scene shifts to him walking through the forest. Suddenly, a gray wolf runs past him. After checking its stats and seeing that it is weaker than him, he attacks it using one of his new spells, turning the wolf into cooked meat. He eats it, finally satisfying his hunger. He continues hunting and killing more gray wolves, leveling up along the way. While cooking another wolf, he hears voices nearby. They belong to a party of 3 human adventurers. Wanting to be friendly, he leaves his hiding place and shows himself to them. Suddenly, one of the male adventurers attacks him. He is slashed by a sword and hit by a magical attack that immobilizes him. As he lies on the ground, he wonders why the humans attacked him when he had no intention of harming them. Did they see him as food? As the adventurers approach, the male adventurer raises his sword to finish him off. However, a female adventurer blocks his path and argues that the dragon wasn't trying to hurt them. The scene shifts to the female adventurer healing his injuries. Her name is Miria Millennia. While Miria is healing him, they hear a massive scream in the distance, suggesting that the other 2 party members may have encountered a monster. Fearing for their safety, Miria rushes off to help them. He tries to follow her, but the paralysis magic has not yet worn off. After some time, the paralysis fades, and he sprints toward the source of the scream, only to find a C-rank rock dragon. The dragon has already defeated the adventurers. The rock dragon slowly turns toward him and lets out a thunderous roar. This is where episode 1 ends. Subscribe for more anime recaps.